Guys, we have a very special and quick video for you.
That's right. We have 3 of the most capable off-road trucks currently built by FCA.
At the same time, at the same place, but this is just a quick look for you because your decision for an off-road truck is getting tougher by the minute.
That's right. And if you look at these 3 vehicles, even though they all can go off-road and seriously do it, they're very different vehicles.
And today, let me show you. We have our long-term 2019 Ram Rebel. We have a 2020 Jeep Gladiator truck. Oh yeah. And of course, last but not least, Ram Tradesman Power Wagon.
Power Wagon!
So which one would you choose?
Power Wagon.
This is what... Oh.
Yeah, I would. Okay, people asked about that too, but all 3 of these have different pros and cons. They tow differently, they haul differently, and they go off-road differently, and each one of them is, well, a different price. And here's the funniest part. The truck that you think is the most expensive is, I think, the cheapest one here.
Yes, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So let's start with the Rebel really quick. Let's just go over it, and then we'll do the Power Wagon, and then we'll show you the Gladiator, and gives you kind of small pros and cons of each. So this is a half-ton truck right here.
That is correct. This is the half-ton truck. So right off the bat, we're talking about a vehicle that has a 5.7-liter Hemi engine, has an 8-speed automatic transmission, obviously 4-wheel drive, has a locking rear diff. Those are all bona fides for a proper truck. It tows the most here amongst the 3 of these trucks. I'm not kidding.
That's funny.
What's its towing rating?
Well, it's over 11,000 pounds, but can you pop the hood?
You got it.
This is a new 2019 Rebel, and we ordered it with a 5.7-liter Hemi, 8-speed automatic transmission. Obviously, that's the way it comes.
It does have the e-torque system. That's not a supercharger, that is the e-torque.
Right here. And that does help at slow speeds. And now it actually does start-stop for you, so it smooths out the start-stop feature, smooths out some shifts.
Right.
And the combined rating is 19 for this truck, 19 mpg.
Right. Now, think about it as having just a little bit of an electric boost off the line, and also something that helps you once again with start-stop. That does help with MPG. Now, the bottom line is that this engine is basically the same engine as before, but the transmission, it's an 8-speed, and it's on a rotary dial. Yay.
Interesting. So yeah, there it is. So let me show you actually the trucky part of this truck first. So let's look at the payload, because, you know, trucks, these off-road trucks are for off-roading, but payload is also important. 1498, about 1,500 pounds of payload in this truck. And check out the interior. That's the interesting part of this, because this is a new cab. For 2019, the cab is actually larger. It's more luxurious, this crew cab is, and it has their latest interior theme. And you could see the red and black accents, obviously the Rebel on the seat. And this truck, the way you see it here configured, it's pushing $60,000. It's about 59 grand actually, the way you see it here. And the back seat, you want to show them? Or here's my bag.
Yep, that's okay. Lots of extra space.
Yeah, and this truck does tow over 11,000 pounds. That's the rating. And we've towed it before on TFL truck. You can see many videos. We still haven't modified this truck. We will be doing a modification series with this, and lining the bed will be hopefully part of that, because we need that.
Yeah, we're going to use shag carpet and put it in there. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, so there you have it there. This is a crew cab with a short bed.
That is correct. Now, speaking of crew cab, Jeep Gladiator. Now, guys, we've done a ton of videos with this, and there's actually more coming in the future. We have an iGauntlet featuring this vehicle, this very vehicle, and interesting results with that. But let's talk about it from the front back. First of all, it's not exactly just a Rubicon Wrangler with a bed. It actually has a unique frame that's completely unique to this vehicle. It's heavy duty, which allows it to have pretty good tow rating and payload rating. Actually, it's some of the best in class right now, right, Andre?
Correct, yeah. But the Rubicon obviously is an off-road based truck. Can you pop the hood really quick?
Yep.
We need to do the latches. And only one engine option, but 2 transmission choices here.
That is correct.
The Rubicon starts at around 44,000. Actually, this one though, with all the options, let's save that actually for a little later.
It's a lot of money.
But yeah, this is a 3.6 liter Firestar, And it's basically the Wrangler power plant. It's tuned a little bit differently, but still produces 285 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. And this particular truck you see here has an 8-speed automatic.
That's right, but you can get a 6-speed manual transmission. If you do that, you lose your tow rating. It goes down to about 4,000 pounds. As equipped, the way it sits right now, 7,000 pounds. Not bad.
Yeah, but it has a lot in common actually with that Tradesman Power Wagon you see here, because you also have solid front and rear axles. You have front and rear lockers. You have front disconnectable sway bar. You have these 33-inch tall Falcon tires on the Gladiator. You have these Duratracks on the Rebel. And because it's a fully loaded, basically almost fully loaded Gladiator, you also get a nice leather interior. Of course, it says Rubicon here. Here we have a card. Amazingly enough, believe it or not, the Rebel and the Gladiator have the same fuel economy rating, combined 19. So, ooh, I gave it away. The price on this one, $60,380.
Damn!
Just over 60 grand.
Way too expensive in my book, but what you're paying for is every possible creature feature you can get in this vehicle. You don't have to pay that much to get one of these, but in this case, this is basically the top level. Now, here's some good news. For those of you who want a mid-size truck with the most room in the back, this is it.
Let me show you. Let me come around.
Hey guys, look, I'm not exactly a small guy, so I fit back here really comfortably, and Jeep has done some nice things back here with window control, vents. Not all mid-size trucks have vents leading to the back seats. So altogether, a very comfortable place and good headroom, and the seats aren't bolt straight up. They actually lean back a little bit, which is really nice.
Cool, and let me show you guys the bed. So this only comes one way, crew cab with a short 5-foot bed. All the other competitor trucks in this segment, mid-size segment, have a 5-foot bed, but also offer an extended cab with a 6-foot bed. It's not the case here yet, but it is a usable bed. You have an outlet for your power, 115 volts. You have lights. Actually, every Gladiator gets a little light in the bed. You have 4 tie-down points. This one is also not lined, but it does have this handy tonneau cover. It has a little flip feature here.
Very easy to use too, by the way. You just pull this and ta-da, it's already done.
Yeah, so that's very handy. And you've seen this show this bed before. Once again, like Nathan said, 7,000 pounds of towing. Let me show the payload sticker just really quick, because when you get the fancy suspension on the Rubicon Gladiator, Fox shocks right there, you are losing some payload because it's more of an off-road focused truck. But still, almost 1,200 pounds of payload, which is better than a Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro, or for example, a Colorado ZR2. So that's actually a good result for payload.
Now, I will say this, we've done some videos where we've compared this directly to the Chevrolet Colorado Bison, which is a fantastic off-road truck.
Okay, so now we have basically 2 trucks, the half-ton for about 60 grand, mid-size, also about 60 grand, and finally we have a Power Wagon, but this is a special truck. This is not a fully, packaged Power Wagon. This is starts its life as a tradesman with a Power Wagon package.
It has the Power Wagon package.
What does that mean? That means you're paying almost $8,000 for all the suspension bits.
That's right.
You're getting on the skid plates. You're getting these tires, which are also Duratrack, like the Rebel.
They're like the Rebels, but they're actually at a higher rating. These are for the heavy-duty truck. As such, they have a lot more pressure inside.
Heck yeah, under the hood it's the same engine as before. 6.4 liter Hemi V8 with 410 horsepower, 429 pound-feet of torque, but it's now made it to a brand new transmission, an 8-speed ZF heavy-duty transmission.
That is correct.
And we've done a video with it comparing it to the Rebel, and it did amazingly. It was a big improvement over the previous Power Wagon in acceleration and also fuel economy.
In almost every way, they've managed to improve this truck. While I'm not a big fan of the rotary dial, the actual 8-speed automatic transmission also helps crawl ratio, which is so much better now.
So you would think this truck would be the most expensive, right?
Wrong!
No. You still get the winch here, but you start with a crew cab 4x4 2500 heavy duty truck, which starts at about what, 44, 45-ish. Then you add about $8,000 to it for the Power Wagon package. You get all the suspension, all the lockers, disconnecting front sway bar, winch, all of that for about $52,000.
So this is the least expensive vehicle amongst the three of them that are here. And it's also the one that I would choose, not just for the price, but the fact is that this big badass truck is one of the most capable. Now granted, it doesn't tow as much as the Rebel, and its payload isn't great, and that's because of the off-road ability. So it's a trade-off. But with that being said, it still has the most personality, and in my case, I think it's the one I would absolutely own.
All right, before we wrap up, let's show the payload on this truck. And it's rated to tow about 10,600 pounds, just a hair less than the Rebel. And the payload is here almost identical to the Rebel, actually, at about 1,500 pounds. So very usable payload for a big truck. Of course, this is not a heavy duty territory, because normally a heavy duty truck would be around 4,000 pounds or 3,000 pounds of payload. But you're getting a lot of off-roadability, but you're losing obviously some towing and payload features.
Yeah, but it'll easily pull some motorcycles or a dune buggy to wherever you want to go, and it'll get it out of trouble and get you back home.
And if you want to see all these three trucks, where do they go?
They go to TFLtruck.com or our TFL Truck channel.
Heck yeah, thank you guys, and we'll see you back on TFL Truck.
Adios.